Hello, sports fans, and welcome back to another exciting episode of Inside Titan Sports. My name's Eric Kohler, and thanks for joining us. This week, we tee it up for the women's golf team as they make their program debut, as well as jump on the hard courts with our very own head coach of men's and women's tennis, Jerry Thor. But first, let's talk about some exciting news as our women's volleyball team is off to a great start. With that being said, welcome back head coach Andrea Rasmussen. How are you, Coach?
I'm very well, thank you.
That's good. 6-2, what a great start.
Yeah.
You know, the only two games that you lost were against a 6th-ranked team, Polk State. So that's got to be a great start to have 8 matches under your belt, only losing 2 times against a highly ranked team of Polk State. What are your initial thoughts of the season so far?
We're doing a really nice job to start. Obviously, 2 weeks in, you see some things that give you hope for the end of the season, and there are things that you're like, wow, we really have some ground to cover. But 2 losses to Polk, and they're a fantastic team. I'm not going to take anything away from them. Great program, well coached. And so each time we've played them, we have yet to execute our game plan. So I think as the season progresses and we get better about transferring practice to play, I think that we'll continue to give those bigger programs a run for their money.
All right, so you're 3rd year with us since 2013. Yeah. The growth of this program has just been enormous. Tell us about 3 years into what you've kind of grown and learned about this expectation of the program.
Well, it's been really nice. We've grown and improved throughout the 3 years that I've been here, and this recruiting class especially was recruited in a different way, and they were more at this level, everybody's an athlete. Everybody can compete for a place or a spot in the starting 6. But my biggest concern as well is, are we representing our school in a positive manner? Are we representing ourselves as 18, 19-year-old college athletes in a positive manner? And are you good people to be around? Are you going to go out and impact the world in a positive way? And those are the type of people that I want in my program. So changed up my recruiting philosophy a little bit this year, and I think that it's really paid off.
Well, that's pretty good. So 3 years now into your belt now, you find out there's different ways to recruit and bring different things. What is that new philosophy, though, on the court now?
We're trying to play a little faster, and we're very athletic, and we walk into a gym. We're not going to amaze or shock anyone with our size. We're a little undersized. We have a couple of girls that are tall, and then our average height is like 5'8", 5'9". So we're not going to scare anyone when we walk in, but we're very athletic. We play bigger than we really are, and we're really, really quick. So if we can get things to click for us in practice and in the matches, we will be able to run faster than a lot of defenses will be able to set up.
Now you have 3 players that are very aggressive on the offensive side. So far, 2 kills per set this season. You got Ortiz, Gunn, and Smith. Talk about some of those players.
That was one of the biggest detriments last year, was not having people that can contribute in each position, and Rachel Gunn on the outside and Delaney Smith on the outside are contributing in every match so far. Obviously, Malvise Ortiz as a returner did a really nice job for us last year, and it's nice to have her back and her ability to bring some points to the team. And our middles are finally starting to come along as well. So we're not just a one-threat team anymore where we have one kid that we're trying to find all over the floor. We have girls that can score in any position, and that's really helping spread out our offense, and it's really helping with the entire team. Well,
I think it's great, too, because distribution of the volleyball, too, that means that when the other team scouts you out defensively, they don't know which way it's coming at them.
Absolutely, and that makes, we have 3 hitters running on every ball, so it makes the defense on the other side have to really engage with what we're doing and really make a decision of who they're going to block. And so far in the first 8 matches that we've played, we've been able to, in almost every single match, been able to pull a solo block on either side of the pin for our outsides and right sides by having strong, aggressive middles that'll take an approach.
Now, with any volleyball success, the libero, since it came into play, is a big part of volleyball action. And you got a good one at Megan Grafey. Talk about Megan a little bit.
She's phenomenal. She's the kid that comes flying out of nowhere and touches the ball, and you think the ball's going down, and she just swoops right in and picks it up. And, she's everywhere. She's very unassuming because, you look at her and you're like, oh, okay. And then you watch her play, and she's phenomenal. Very athletic. Brings a lot to our defense, is the cornerstone of our entire defensive program, and she runs a read defense. Everybody else has a pretty outlined place of where they need to be, and her job has been to run the floor. And it's not very often that you can just tell your libero to go find the ball and go for it, and she does a great job.
So a libero, for some of our viewers, do not understand that position. What are the layman's terms? What is the role of a libero?
It's a defensive-only position, so you're playing only in the back row, and you can play for anyone back there. And it just helps give a little stability to serve, receive, and your defense. So you have someone back there that's their sole job is to play defense and to pass.
So they're the ones that are making all those solid digs.
Absolutely, yeah.
That's pretty good. Now looking forward to, now you got a big game coming up. You got your conference openers on the road at Broward College, Tuesday,
Yes.
September the 13th. Talk about some of the teams in conference that you got to look out for this season.
Broward has really improved. They have, they were really strong last year and ended up beating us twice last year, and she's definitely helped improve them again this year. And they'll definitely be tough to beat. It'll be a good opportunity to open with them to kind of see where we're going to stand. And then we have Indian River at home next Thursday. And everybody, each year, no team really drops. Everybody just gets better and better. So it's really difficult to kind of judge where you stand until you actually see them play and have the opportunity to take the court across from them. But we're really excited. I feel confident in where we are, and having played Polk twice, and we have some tough matches this week as well. I think all of those are going to prepare us to be successful in the conference season.
And this weekend, like you said, alluded to, you have two matches against Hillsboro and Santa Fe. Now, Santa Fe was in town last weekend.
Yes.
You didn't get to play them on the court, but you got to scout them a little bit. Talk about Santa Fe a little bit.
We did. We actually played them in a preseason scrimmage, and obviously not everyone's using their starting lineup, and I know for sure we weren't, and I know that he wasn't either. But we played very tight with them and ended up splitting with them in the preseason. So I feel confident going into playing them that after playing them early and then being able to scout them this weekend, that we know what they have to offer. They have a fantastic outside hitter. And as long as we can block and play defense, I think we'll be okay against them. I don't see it being a runaway match.
Okay, you got 8 matches under your belt. Grade out your team so far in terms of what you think the team stands right now.
I would say maybe a B minus C plus. We're doing some things that are really great and I'm really pleased with, but we definitely have a lot of room for improvement, and our defense and our blocking have got to come along. We're doing a nice job offensively and behind the offensive side of the ball, but if we're going to be successful in the long run, we have to be able to block.
Okay, so this is an inside show, so tell us a fun story. You recently got married to the
I
head
did.
coach of the men's soccer team.
Yes.
And I noticed your name has stayed the same.
Yes.
And so tell us a little story, what got you about that.
Well, the reason is because at work, I prefer to keep it separate, and I have a hard time keeping my email inbox clean as it is, and knowing soccer players and one letter discrepancy in our email addresses would probably lead to my email inbox being full of assistant soccer coach. How do I get a hold of the soccer coach? Can you send this to the head soccer coach? So I like to keep it a little bit separate.
So that makes sense. Correspondence issues.
Yes, yeah.
Well, that's congratulations. What was that, May of this year?
May 27th, yeah.
Yeah, so congratulations on that. So what are the game times this Saturday for Hillsboro and Santa Fe? I believe they're 12 and 2?
12 and 2, yeah.
12 and 2. Mission is free?
I believe so. It's at Santa Fe.
Okay, at Santa Fe.
Yeah, and the matches will be live streamed as well.
Well, that's pretty good. Well, listen, always appreciate your time.
Thank you.
Good luck this season. You're always welcome on the show.
Thanks.
And it's always a great interview.
Also, thank you.
Hey, fans, this is head coach Andrew Rasmussen. We're going to take a short break. Keep it locked in on Inside Titan Sports.
This is where we're building the future. This is where we meet the challenge, where leaders emerge and careers take flight. This is where you discover new opportunities. Choose to stand where excellence lives, where titans rise. Eastern Florida State College.
Hey, fans, welcome back to Inside Titan Sports. Now it's time to hit the links. With that being said, there's a program debut for the women's golf team. With that being said, welcome to the show for the first time, head coach Ann Gannon. Hey, Coach.
Hi.
How are you?
Thank you for having us.
That's
We're really excited to be here.
Great opportunity for you, Coach. Nice to have you. Now we got Lauren Holder.
Yes.
Hello, Lauren.
Hi.
Played high school golf at Lake Nona right there in the Orlando area.
Yes, I did.
So well done. So, hey, Coach, great opportunity for you to build a program from the ground up. Tell us a little bit about your ABCs of getting a program started up.
Well, were able to get started last August, which was a great head start. So we were able to plan out all last year, do our recruiting, pick out our scheduling, and really kind of lay the groundwork for getting the team here. And so they finally arrived in August, and we're just thrilled that they're here and we're off and running.
So that's pretty good. Now, Lauren, you got recruited by Coach. What drew you to Eastern Florida?
Just that it obviously being a new program just for women's golf, I thought that was a great opportunity to take, and just being able to start somewhere new and not have to worry about problems starting off, because, you know, at the end of the day, this is everyone's first rodeo technically, so
Right, well done.
we're all new to this. So.
Well, that's pretty good. Now, I'll tell you what, great opportunity for both of you as you start your collegiate career.
Yes.
And Coach, obviously you were a student athlete and a very good one at that, being a college player, as high as number 11th in the country in amateur standings. So you know how to wear both sides of the hats of being a student athlete and now being a coach. I think that's a big asset for you to have for Eastern Florida.
Yes, it actually is what drew me to start this program. Was I was working with Coach Carr, the athletic director, on another program to help athletes in their academic pursuits, because it's such a hard task that so few people realize what's on their shoulders.
Right.
And as we were meeting, he said, well, we're also starting a women's golf program. So I thought, well, that's a lot better than just dealing with them in the classroom, to actually help build a program and help these girls as they embark on their first collegiate experience. So I've been really excited to help blend, because academics are so important as well as athletics, and hopefully out of this they have a great foundation both on the golf course and in the classroom.
Well, that's pretty good. Now, Lauren, you have a great opportunity to work with Coach now, seeing both sides, being a player, collegiate-wise, and then she played professionally. What are some of your goals as a player going forward as a golfer?
Just to better myself in not only the sport but also outside the sport. Golf can teach you a lot with your, head and everything. So when you get out on the course, you try not to let a lot of things bother you. So I just want to better myself with golf mostly, and just going on and being better.
Well, I think it's great, Coach, and then have Lauren here too. Golf is such a mental game. Obviously, you got to keep yourself up. The Tiger Woods era to get that physicality and fitness into it now, and now all these players are really taking off with it. But how do you really kind of sharpen up your skills as a coach and as a player on the mental aspects of the game?
Well, really what our focus has been, we have 6 girls on the team right now, and our focus has been we're athletes first. So everything that we've been doing since the beginning of August has been under the thought process of we're going to carry ourselves as athletes. We're part of the Eastern Florida athletic program, and even though our sport is slightly different in that we don't play on the fields right around the college,
right,
that we're there. So we've been running twice a week at 6:45 in the morning to see the other teams, to show them women's golf is here. We have our shirts, we wear them to class.
Nice,
and
represent.
So, we want to show the other teams that women's golf is now a part of the program.
That's good. You need that brand.
Exactly. And also build on the confidence. I mean, even though women's golf is new, there's incredibly successful women's athletics here at the college already. So if our girls can feel a part of that success, then I think that will translate onto the golf course. So, first and foremost, confidence.
Right.
And conditioning. We've been really focused on conditioning because we play in the heat. And if we aren't conditioned, then that can really draw on you, especially when you play 36 holes. So we're really trying to get up our conditioning, build our foundation, and that will all translate into more success on the golf course.
Now, Coach and Lauren, where do you guys spend a lot of time practicing or playing in the area to get prepared for the fall season, for the spring season?
Well, the college has the Fred Gay Golf Academy.
Nice.
So we have access to that whenever we want it. They have a special tee laid out for the golfers. So they have that facility, as well as so many of the courses in the area are just thrilled that we're here. I mean, I call and, ask to come play, and they're opening their arms to us. So they're really excited to have a women's program. And so, we get to go to many different courses in the area. And also it's a great way to kind of spread the word about us. I mean, we were out on the course on one of the local courses on Friday, and the women are waving to our girls and checking out the bags. So, it's really been a nice experience for the girls to see the excitement of the community for having the women's team here.
And that's got to be exciting for you as a player now to be part of a new program. Coach comes in. This is a growing athletic program, a great place to be in Melbourne, Florida. What excites you about being here?
I like how welcoming the school is, to be honest. Knowing that, we are a new program, and how accepting all the other sports teams are when they see us. They're really supportive, and just being over here, starting new, and it's a great thing going. So I'm excited.
Well, I'm excited to have you. Now, Coach, talk about some of the scheduling. You said you got everything going in August, but now what does the schedule look like for Eastern Florida Golf this fall to prep you for the spring season?
Well, really the key season for us is the spring, because
Okay.
that's where you can go and play your postseason, eventually hopefully get to nationals. So everything that we're doing right now is preparation for the spring. So we're playing at Daytona State Invitational next weekend, and then we're also playing the University of South Carolina Bluffton has an invitational over in Innisbrook. So those are our 2 events for the fall. But everything that we're doing, we are now doing weekly meetings with the girls, sitting down and trying to decide, what are the areas of our game we should be working on. Because individually, what really has to happen is they have to decide on how they can improve individually to kind of get their scoring averages down. Like, it doesn't happen overnight, but everything that we're working on now will pay off in February and March. So we have to put the time in now. Like I said, conditioning, all of that plays such a big role. Figuring out if we're mentally what we're thinking about, and all of that helps to really get our scores ready for March and April.
Well, let's talk some fun stuff. Lauren, some people that are watching right now, what is something they don't know about you? What are some of the things you do outside of golf that might get a smile on your face and on them as well?
I mean, I'm not sure. A lot of things I do in my free time. I mean, I like going out and doing as much as possible, going out like with my family and friends. I mean, I don't know.
Well, that's okay. That's okay. That's okay. That's good. It's nice to know that you're family oriented. Now, Coach, I'll tell you what. The biggest thing I want to talk about you. A lot of people don't know that you're also an instructor at the Melbourne campus. You're one of the smart ladies in the coaches, right? You're an accountant.
I teach financial accounting and managerial accounting, yes.
Who would have known?
Who would have known, yes.
Well, that's pretty exciting.
Yeah, it's a fun blend. I mean, I enjoy now. I have a lot of athletes in my class because I think they see my name as a coach and think that they should sign up for my class, not realizing that it's financial accounting.
And it's pretty hard.
So I'm trying to spread the goodwill to the soccer players and baseball players and have them, actually realize that accounting is everywhere.
Yes.
So,
you're right.
To make it something that everybody actually maybe not enjoys, but it's not painful. That's my goal.
Well, you set an example too, though, as you follow what she's done. She played collegiately, you played professionally, and now you found life after golf. And I think it's great that you got a coach that you can kind of, relate to. And the biggest thing, kudos to you going back to get your master's degree to become a certified CPA.
Yeah.
And, to use that to your advantage in life now.
And that's what we're really trying to do at the college. There's a group of us on the academic side that are trying to build a student athlete success committee.
Right.
And we're really trying to show the athletes that even if your goal is not to be a professional athlete forever, that you can use that towards any career you want. I mean, every job that I've ever had, I've gotten because I had golf on my resume. Because accountants love golf. So all of the partners in my old firms and everyone thought that was a great thing and attribute to add. So it's just because you leave your sport doesn't mean that you leave it forever, that it's still a part of you, and to embrace that in the balance of everything.
Well, I'll tell you what, I think it's a great interview. Welcome to the athletic family. Good luck this season. Lauren, good luck to you. We're going to take a short break. You're locked in on Inside Titan Sports. Stay right there.
Eastern Florida State College. This is where you discover new opportunities, where you pursue your dreams, and careers take flight. Apply now for new bachelor and associate degree programs in business, healthcare, computer technology, and other growing fields. Eastern Florida, where Titans rise. Apply today.
Hey fans, welcome back to our final segment of Inside Titan Sports. Let's jump to the hard courts and talk with head coach Jerry Thor, the head coach of the men's and women's tennis program. Hey, Coach.
Hey, thanks for having us back.
Good to see you.
Likewise. Yeah.
I tell you, got a freshman here. You got Max Faundez from Chile. Hey, Coach. Coach and Max right here. So, hey, guys, what's going on with the tennis program? You guys got rained out against Florida Tech. It's unfortunate that was the debut of the men's tennis program. Is that going to be rescheduled against Florida Tech?
Yeah, we're going to push that back to this upcoming weekend, pending on how the weather's looking. We ran into some challenges. First with our blue and white, we got through the doubles, and singles got rained out, and same thing happened versus the Panthers this past Sunday. So we're gonna kind of play it by ear and see how the weather's looking, so we can make sure we get a good productive match in.
And Max, right there, when you get a rain delay like that, you were playing pretty well. You won your doubles match, and then you're up in your set in your first match. It's kind of frustrating when you get that momentum and stuff, right?
Yeah,
you want to close the deal.
It is, yeah.
So now you've been here 1 month, I believe, from Santiago, Chile.
Mm-hmm.
So did I say that right? Chile.
Yeah, Chile.
That's good. So how do you like it in the States?
It's pretty good here. I like it. I mean, the weather is cool. You see palm trees everywhere.
Yeah.
The people is so cool here, so I like it.
That's pretty good. So what drew you here to Eastern Florida? How did you find out about Melbourne, Florida, and how did Jerry get a hold of you?
Well, a friend of mine, he signed for Eastern Florida State before I signed. So he told me, look at this place. It looks cool. So I contacted the coach and we talked FaceTime, and that's it.
That's pretty good. Now,
Yeah.
Coach, obviously you're getting a lot of international flavor, what I think's great exposure for Eastern Florida across the board. How do you reach out to some of these players that have international connections?
Yeah, just always looking for top talent, no matter where they're at. Right away reaching out to the local players in Brevard, seeing if they're available and still interested around the state of Florida, or even going abroad and finding players like Max, who they've excelled in international tournaments, posted really strong results. They kind of bring that experience and maturity right away as freshmen. And also, working with contacts all over the world that, trust the type of system we have and taking care of their kids.
Well, you're taking care of a lot of kids because you wear 2 hats of the men's and women's tennis program as the head coach. Now, with that being said, is the women's are in their 2nd season. They're going to play in the Panther Invitational on the 16th as well as the men's team. What is this Panther Invitational?
It's one of the top tournaments in the state of Florida. There's 8 or 9 Division II schools hosted by Florida Tech. So it's right here in Melbourne. It's pretty cost effective for us to get out there and get some experience. The players get a lot of exposure playing in front of head coaches from a bunch of programs that eventually they might transfer out to. So we're really looking forward to it. Each player is going to get 3 or 4 doubles matches, another 3 singles matches, and looking forward to seeing some immediate success out of these guys. So no pressure.
No pressure, Max. Now, this Invitational, now is this just a 1-day event or a 2-day event?
Actually, a 3-day event. So it'll
3-day
kick
event.
off Friday at noon, and we start and we'll play 3 doubles matches right away. And then we'll continue and play Saturday and Sunday. And it's located around Brevard County, so there's going to be some matches held at a couple of the country clubs. They're really looking forward to having some fan support, and so they can see the players.
So, Max, when you have a big tournament like this, or an invitational per se, I mean, that's a lot. How do you do your strength and conditioning to play all those matches maybe in 1 day over the course of 3 days?
Yeah, well, we're training hard every day. So we're getting ready for this, since we get here. So
is there a lot of running involved in terms of conditioning for tennis? What is the main thing that you do to be ready to win on the hard courts?
insanity.
I like it.
Yeah,
That's your key.
yeah. We all do insanity. It's pretty good.
I'll be darned. So what does that consist of, insanities?
There's a TV with a guy.
Yeah.
He's telling you jump and push and keep pushing.
Oh, so you got a program. I'll be
Yeah.
darned. So maybe I need to do that as a host.
Yeah, it's
Coach,
great.
have you done the insanity?
I do jump in with the teams. It's really plyometrics focused, so
Well, okay.
players' explosive movements are key.
Okay.
It works on our agility and speed, and just overall fitness. Like you mentioned, we've got to have them out there competing in the heat and the humidity for
Right.
2-3
Big challenge.
hours, and it's kind of like a boxing match where you need to be physically fit, but also mentally in it the entire time.
So let's talk some fun with tennis. You obviously just moved here a month ago from Chile, and there's something going around about this Team Walmart. Tell me about Team Walmart. What does that really mean? Viewers, you're going to love this.
Well, we all bought our bikes from Walmart.
I'll be darned. Okay. So every player on the team has a bike
yeah.
from Walmart.
Yes.
No cars are involved in the program.
No cars at all.
That might be a good thing. That might be a good thing.
Yeah.
And also now I hear that there's a hat thing that you wear hats,
Yeah.
and you guys have your apartment number on your
402,
hats.
Yeah.
Huh. Now who hatched this idea, Coach? What's going on here?
They just all showed up one day. They had 402 customized hats, so shout out to their apartment. And, The team's really just bonded,
That's great.
immensely. We had individual meetings, and one player said, "Coach, I've known them for 3 weeks. I felt like I've known them my whole life." So
That's a great statement to hear from your players.
yeah, so we've got a really good kind of family atmosphere, and of course we're performance based, so we want them to go out there and compete and get good results. But we also, it's fun to cheer them on, support each other, because everybody's a long way from home, and
Yeah.
fortunate to have some in the community that kind of can give them an idea of the good landmarks to see, the great places to get ice cream, and the popular beaches. But it's everybody's bonded really well. I couldn't be happier.
Now you got that South American flavor. I'm sure that you'll do fine here.
Yeah.
So how do you do with the English right now? I know the TV stuff, you don't do a lot of reps and all that stuff, and as the more you do that, the better you'll get. But is there any barrier? Because you sound very well spoken in English.
Thank you.
So did you learn that in school back in Chile, or?
Yeah, I've been in Canada,
Okay.
in Vancouver. So I did like program of 3 months in school there.
Well, good for you.
Yeah.
It's good for you. Well, we're lucky to have you now. Now, Coach, looking forward, obviously the Panther Invitational is huge. It's going to be the women's debut on their second season, and the men's team really kind of be their debut since you got rained out against Florida Tech. What do you expect to get out of that experience, the Panther Invitational, which is 3 days?
Well, we're training to win, so they flight the tournament, so we're going to have players in multiple brackets, and the players in there need to get the job done. But also, just we're really working hard on improving our games too. So we want to take what we worked on in practice, apply it in matches, and then take back from that things that we can refine in our practice. And gearing up, we've got a couple region championships ahead, so this is a great tournament to get them used to playing tournament play, recovering from matches. Being ready for that next round because they're going to see the region championships here shortly.
I'll tell you what, Jerry, so the Panther Invitational, the 16th, and obviously all online information can be visited at EFSCTitans.com. Is there anything else that you'd like to add for the program since you're wearing the hats of both the men's and women's head coach?
We're hosting the region championships for the state of Florida for
Great
the first
news.
time ever.
Congrats.
And so we've got our fantastic Titan Tennis Center facility that opened up last year. So they actually awarded us that bid. So we're going to be hosting 7 teams here the 3rd week of September. So it's going to be a great 3 days of tennis. We're going to have a lot of players in the community. And then the men are going to head up to Georgia the following weekend and see if they can qualify for the national tournament. And so it's a lot of exciting tennis. If the community's welcome to come out. We practice early in the mornings. The guys are on the courts most of the day. We've heard a lot of feedback from the community saying, it's exciting to see the players that are out there competing on those courts all day long. So they're welcome to come out, meet the team, say hello to me, and we look forward to representing Eastern Florida and Brevard County.
Well, I'll tell you what, guys, thanks for your time. Good luck this season. Max, Jerry, Thor, good luck in that Panther Invitational on the 16th. Well, fans, that's all the time we have for Inside Titan Sports. Remember, for anything and everything for Titan Athletics, visit us at EFSCTitans.com. Until next week, same channel, same time. For executive producer Rob Landers, I'm Eric Kohler and entire production crew. Good day, everybody. Eastern Florida, where Titans rise.